Hi everyone. How you doing? It's nice and sunny now, but my heater stopped working. It's like 65 degrees in here, and I thought, I usually have it at 67. That bloody thing wouldn't work. And I went online and I looked at things, and of course, the people who put it in that this Aero heating or this air conditioner heater I had put in 2016 when I moved in this house. So I have it taken care of every year. We change the filter, we do everything. So I changed the batteries in the Honeywell thermostat. Still didn't work. I turned the power off and on. Still didn't work. It's got a little orange light blinking. I don't know how to read that. And I just thought, well, we'll just have to go without heat. I have a gas fireplace, but just get you plenty of blankets. And then I just kind of took it apart just to kind of look in it, but I didn't touch nothing. I'll be doggone if the thing didn't turn on. So it's working. I'm still going to have them look at it though. It's working. It's blasting right now. So that was, but at least it wasn't my stove or something. I had bought a brand new Samsung stove, you guys, and didn't even own it for a year. Getting ready to cook turkey Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not cooking this year. My sister's cooking. It didn't wouldn't turn on. I guess the burner went out. And so we were cleaning out a lot. I think I had to take it to my sister's. I don't remember what we did. Yeah, never a Samsung again. Okay. So are we excited or what? Things is a brewing, and you guys sent me almost 300 questions, so I got plenty of questions. And I already kind of took a sneak peek, and I love your questions. So Al Green in Congress, this is from Liz, is putting up articles of impeachment for Trump before Christmas. What will happen with this? It's not going to go through, not this time. I don't want you to fret though, because as soon as we come into, Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to leave in January. As soon as we come into next year, things are going to change. I'm telling you, this guy's going to have to take off because I see people in the streets protesting. Okay. Um, so Shay said, what's with Marjorie Taylor Greene running for Senate? She was in about $700,000 since she took office. Now it's 23 million. And she says my lovely constituents and my beautiful people. Is she for real? Let's just take a look. Is she for real? Now I'm feeling a little heat coming up. I'm usually not a heat person, but it was that cold. It was that cold. Okay. Tell me about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you guys for coming. Tell me about Marjorie Taylor Greene. An ending. This is interesting. An ending, like a legal ending. Or she might be involved with something. It could be the ending of Trump. I don't know if it's the ending of her. Let's look. A lot of people will be for her. An ending. Look at all this money coming towards her and goodwill. She's going to cut a lot of the stuff that's going on. I don't see her turning Democrat. Ooh, she's got some sadness. Listen, I don't know if someone in her family is going to get really sick. Oh, did you guys hear that Carolyn Schlossberg, President Kennedy's daughter, has terminal cancer, and she just had a baby last year. We'll put her in our prayers. And she's a young, pretty girl. Okay, so yeah, is it about money? I'm not feeling it so much about money as it's about It's interesting though. Somebody made a comment, and I think you guys will understand this. So when she was talking trash about the Democrats and being so cruel, she never had to worry about her life. But as soon as she turned against the Republicans, she has to get security. Isn't that interesting? She could be so mean. That's why I don't quite trust her. But according to this, there's some ending here. Uh, was Bill Barr involved with Epstein's unaliving? I'm going to tell you, beyond a reasonable doubt, anybody that's watched my shows before, from the beginning, I knew it was not Harry Carey. From the beginning, I told you that Barr was in on it. Okay. People are telling me, well, some of that information isn't true. I saw it, I felt it, I could smell it. This poor guy who was squealing and screaming, and you don't do that before you commit, you know what? Was it definitely was somebody else from the outside that took him out. And Barr was part of it because he was protecting his father. Oh, yes. People are saying this Ukraine thing. And of course, Zelensky had no choice but say, no, Trump has no power here. That's what I just heard. Tell me about Zelensky and Ukraine. He always does whatever Putin tells him to do. You know, sometimes it's like with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You think they grow some, and then all of a sudden they turn. She voted against a lot of things that were good for. I think she even voted that for the big beautiful bill. Tell me if I'm wrong. And now she's complaining. Well, I don't quite trust her. I'm sorry, you guys, but there's some ending, major ending coming up. Okay, so let's take a look at Zelensky. Other nations are going to help. Told him he has to cut his army in half. What are these guys? They're idiots. Oh my gosh. He's going to be okay. He's protected. People marching, people helping. Victory is with him. Okay. Money's a little short, but he's holding on as hard as he can. Here we go. Victory is with him, you guys. There's some disappointments, which he's already gone through. Justice and judgment is there. Victory after burden, and he's on the up. Listen, this guy probably next year is going to have a lot of good luck. Don't ask me how, why. I even see, let me just tell you what I just saw. I even see top brass people, maybe not necessarily from the United States, but people who deal with war, really intricate type energy that are going to say, this is how you play it. This is what you do. That's what I just saw. I just saw that. And you know, I love President Biden, but he prevented them from full on hitting Russia because he didn't want Russia to hit us with nukes. Russia ain't going to hit nobody with nukes. Please forgive me. That's what I say. If you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me. But I just don't feel, I think even the ETs will stop them, but I just feel they don't. They know they're not stupid enough. Kim Jong-un is stupid enough, but Putin's not stupid enough. Oh, by the way, last night I saw a couple of shows. Dan Stevens, who was my favorite. In fact, I stopped watching Downton Abbey after he left. Oh, good, the heater turned off, which means it's only going to work to what I had on the thermostat. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So, I watched Annabelle. I believe it was Annabelle. Was it not Annabelle? Anyway, it starts with an A, and it's a ballerina, and she's a vampire. Oh, you guys, that was so good. Edge of my seat. I can't remember what channel it was. I think it's on Peacock. And then I watched The Black Door. Um, Excellent. Oh my God. I watched two good movies and I was at the edge of my seat. I got through three episodes of the Revolutionary War. Very hard. My friend Dan, who loves it, said, did you watch it? Did you what? And every time I tried, I would fall asleep. So yesterday I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and started watching it. And today I watched another one. It's much better when it's early. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. South Texas girl. Big question. Sixth generation farmer Haley Schaffner is running to defeat Tom Cotton, affectionately known here as Cottonmouth, for U.S. Senate. She's gaining significant support in blood red Arkansas. Okay, let's check it out, girlfriend. Only the truth. Only the truth. Haley. We'll just call her Haley. I like that name. Hallie, not Haley. Does she have a chance of winning? Somebody's talking to me. Hold on. I see a lot of trouble coming up for Trump, which in turn is going to happen to Tom Cotton. People will be mad at him. I think as people start struggling, as it is, they're struggling with the prices of things, and they're realizing you lied to us. And I think, and I feel something will be brought up by Cotton, but is she going to win? I see a lot of money being thrown to court towards Cotton because he has all those people in his pocket. I just heard that Linda Ronstadt song, You're No Good. I just heard it loud in my head. He doesn't feel he can be taken. Okay. Well, people will be generous towards her. It's interesting because she's got the karmic star, which means she has the ability to win it. It will be close, but I'm getting two men competing, or it could be because of Trump that he's unable to move forward. You know what I'm saying? He's blowing it for him. We'll look at that again. Ask me again as we get closer. I really wish MTG would ask that Speaker Johnson have to step down. Let's just take a look, see. Well, she asked Speaker Johnson. I just heard a yes. Thank you. And she'll show the power of the women. Okay, well, there she is. So, what are you going to do, girlfriend? She will be the ending of him. She will offer somebody else. Interesting. Another man will work with her if they do this, but she's supposed to leave in January. So it's showing like if she doesn't announce or say he needs to step down, she's talking to a man that the man is the one that says he needs to step down, but he might not do it until she's already gone. There's a man involved with this too. Ooh, the Republicans are mad at Trump because of what's his name? Mandani. Mandani. Why was he acting so nice and cordial? Dee asked. I thought Trump didn't like him. Trump is a Democrat, always has been, always. He tries to act like a Republican, and and read the script, but I mean, Danny puts himself together. He's a good-looking guy. He's probably got a crush on her. What happened with Mandani? And the rednecks don't like that. What? He's a Muslim. Man, are you seeing all those things about people calling out, speak English, get out of our country? There was a woman I just read that was talking trash to someone. Oh, she had a neighbor. I don't know if you saw that. She had a new neighbor at her apartment, white woman, and she had, well, she looked well put together. She come out with her cell phone. She said, "Who are you?" He says, "I live here." She says, "I don't think so. I've been living here such and such years, and you don't look." He said, "Let me guess, it's because I'm black, right?" She said, "No," or some anyway. Um, I don't know if he posted it or something happened with him being able to hit back at her. He was the new police chief of the town they were in. And because of what him reporting her and showing everybody in the town this video, she lost her job and she got evicted from the apartment. I love those kind of stories. Okay. So why is Trump acting so nice? He's afraid of him. And then Trump agreed that he's a socialist, right? I don't know. There's part of him that thought if I can make this guy like me, then I can get people on my side, but it's not going to happen. He does like him. So look at how he went in and schmoozed things, and now he can get Trump not to hold monies for New York. He said a lot of people voted for Trump because of the economy and Trump. Yeah, oh yeah, I got big time. And so he thought he was giving him a compliment. He was saying people were dumb enough to vote for Trump, thinking that their monies was going to get better. So interesting. And I just saw a poll like 70% of American Jewish people believe that Netanyahu has gone overboard. I was glad to see that. Yeah, I saw that, Terry. Let me tell you something. As a neonatal nurse, I'm furious the Department of Education decided nursing, physical therapy, and social services are not professional. Well, of course they're going to do that. But let me tell you something. Don't you worry. Give it a year and a half. I see all of that being reversed. So every time he does some cray like this, like he's starting to drill in California or beginning the process, don't worry. We'll be back on track. Oh, the heater just turned on again. It's working. I'll still have that place come out. It cost me like $300, but I'll still have them come out and clean it and everything. Okay. Will another foreign entity release enough of the files to get the felon to back off of the betrayal of Ukraine? I don't know about the betrayal of Ukraine, although I see Ukraine victorious. And it might not be to the end of next year, but if they can just hang in there, I see a lot of other countries coming forward to help Ukraine. Nobody likes Trump. Nobody cares what he's asking for. Um, oh, did you see? And it's disrespectful to touch that prince, that Saddam prince. Apparently, it's disrespect. Trump had his hands all over him, just like he had Mandani. Just very gross. Um, yeah, Trump said Ukraine has to take the deal. Whatever. It's not going to happen. Okay, so don't worry about nursing. That'll be back up in the right place. I don't know who thought of that. It makes no damn sense. Where's the motivation for anyone to get a higher degree? So, Thank you, guys. Some people are just giving me compliments. Okay. Yeah. MTG. It's got something up her sleeve too. I want to tell you that might have to do with the files. I'm almost thinking she may, because she's leaving anyway, she may announce. Somebody was worried about me being too exhausted about the painters outside. Now they're so professional. They're the best painters I've ever had. Very detailed. See, what happened is I had some pavers put on my front yard because I was flooding all the time. And the guy, I don't think he was all that good, but it was a lot of money. Then he said, I'll paint your house for $800. And the house did need painting. And I agreed. And it was a terrible job. It had the paint running and he wasn't detailed. These guys are cleaning it up, sorting it out. And it takes them a while, but it's totally worth it. Very nice guys. In fact, if I have to leave in a second, I told them, if you want to use my banos, no problem. Okay. Okay, so Terry said, I just learned, oh, congratulations to Miss Mexico for winning Miss Universe. She deserved it. And beautiful, beautiful. I just learned that the treasonous traitor plot to invade Venezuela is tied in with what he's doing in Mexico. It's a Central South American invasion to control the waterways to steal the oil and minerals from Venezuela and enrich himself, of course. But Exxon said it authorizes Weasel Miller to ice the Venezuelans here. It benefits the Saudis also controlling the oil production. That's why MBS was at the White House. Okay. Yeah, they got something up their sleeves. But listen, this man, Donald Trump, will have no power in less than a year. It's going to be, I see people scattering like cockroaches, like someone turned the light on. There's going to be so much scandal coming out. He's not going to know if he's coming or going. And it could be very well the Epstein pictures, movies, everything is coming out. I just see people not respecting him, Miller, or have to run with him like a little cockroach. All these things, this too shall pass because all these things will. So even though we get all torn up, like how the F can he do this? How can he be drilling in California? He did this before. Remember, he started drilling in Yosemite and it was cut. One of the first things Biden did was stop it. So don't worry. One of the first things that's going to happen is it's going to stop. Oh, did you hear President Clinton announce that Gavin Newsom will win by a landslide? I love it. I love it. And some people are prophesizing that they think his VP, a lot of people said Pete Buttigieg, but they were saying that it might be either Jasmine or AOC. I see her more than I see Jasmine, but Jasmine could be really up there with some. She might even get a position. See, the thing is, when he goes in as president, because they warned Trump, you can't keep taking our people because we have to replace them. But what I see is always replaced with a like-minded person. So I don't want you guys worried about that. Uh, and I also got a flash yesterday that somebody was talking about some group that's getting up someone to run against Fetterman. I see him losing. I see him losing and surprised that he lost. Okay. Um, I don't know who Harry carried Epstein, but I can tell you it was an inside job. It's the same almost as President Kennedy, almost like within our own people. And Israel had a lot to do with it. Not necessarily Israel, Netanyahu. Yeah. Um, yeah, I see a lot of Republicans heading west, getting out of Dodge and by the way, Washington, D.C. will become a state. But I see them heading west, getting out of Dodge before it's going to be a beautiful thing. Before all this stuff hits the ground, something very major is going to hit Trump, either by Christmas or right after. And when this happens, people are just exiting, exiting. This is before even the midterms. I see people, I see a lot of Republicans trying to change their course because they know people are upset with them. Oh yeah, Eric Swalwell is going to run for California governor. What's his chances? I've often thought he'd get like a good spot, but he didn't. When he ran for president, he wasn't going to get that. Remember when Biden was running and that Bloomberg was running, and we couldn't tell. Well, I couldn't tell who would win, and I kept seeing a gray-haired man. I kept seeing an older man. I couldn't tell if it was Bloomberg or if it was Biden. And then Biden did so bad at the debate, like he did with Trump, he just isn't good for debates. So I said, damn, I don't think it's him. And then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I saw this light around him and I told you guys, oh my God, you guys, I saw the light. He's the one. He's going to win. And he did. Eric. Oh God, if he runs for governor, he's going to really give the Republicans a what for. Here's him working away. He goes in like a soldier. California is captivated by the fact that he will get down in the dirt if needed. You know, oh God, do you remember when January 6th happened and they were voting, again to, put through the count and the electoral vote, and somebody try to act up, a Republican try to act up or threaten to punch somebody. And they didn't show it on the camera, but Eric Swalwell was down where the camera was in another one. Oh my God, Eric Swalwell. That's very attractive, He got up, flexing his muscles, like, come on, sucker, I'll take you on right now. I said, you go, Eric, go, Eric. Well, he's looking with a crown. Well, you guys, I think Katie Porter might be close, but he'll definitely have the money and the charm, what's needed. I don't know what this tower is. It's either Katie Porter gets hit with something or he does. So I think it's tied between him and Katie Porter, but I'm not getting an absolute yes, but I'm not getting an absolute no. But he goes in like a soldier and he'll work hard for this. And somebody said, Linda, it looks like the woman who will take Trump down is MTG. And remember, I kept seeing a blonde woman. I used to think it was his daughter because it affected him with pain. He was actually hurt by it. So I thought, well, he would get hurt if his daughter turned on him. But you know what? She was in his little crowd and he liked her. He thought it was funny when she would follow people and call them names. And that would be a hit for him. He's acting like, nah, I'm gonna get rid of her and all that. I don't know why he still tries to act like he has any power with that. He says, I'm going to primary you. Everybody's like, yeah, whatever. It's like they got a fly on them. Whatever, dude. Do what you need to do because you have no power here. Be gone. And remember when Kim Jong-un and he called him Rocket Boy or Rocket Man and you can't touch us, we'll blow you out of the water. And then next thing you know, he was in love with him. Zelensky will stay strong, you guys. So a lot of these are repeats. Yeah, Putin's done a lot of damage to our national security, but this too shall pass. I'm telling you, we are wiping the slate. It's a whole new beginning, you guys. New beginning for America. And astrologically, I love to listen to Ness and to Andre because they show how great the planets are going to be next year and how we got a lot of work to do, but at least while I'm still alive, I'll get to see happiness. And I've told you guys that the Dems were going to take over the House. I told you guys this. So people said, well, it'll be tight with the Senate. No, it's not going to be tight with the Senate. They're going to take over. I'm telling you. And as time goes, you guys are starting to see the light. Hell yeah. This could possibly happen. It will happen. Ukraine will win the war. Yeah, everybody's upset about. Don't worry about the nurses being take off. This is temporary. This isn't permanent. It'll be turned around probably by Congress before we even get a new president. They'll out they'll vote so big on it that he can't even veto it. Yeah, the US military isn't going to get hurt by accidentally invading Mexico coming in from the water. That was hysterical. And Mexico said, "Nope, you're on our territory." I mean, it just makes Hedgehog look so bad. Just an idiot. You guys write Hedgehog too. Thank you. Some of you guys pick up what I say. Um, I know, I don't feel it. I know the shift is coming and we will end all this. And I'm sorry it's dragging out because back when he first got in, he was doing all those executive orders and Doge was in place, and you guys were like, dear God and mercy, Linda. And I'm telling you, and I told you then, just I'm sorry you got to wait, but things will change. And what did I tell you about the Epstein too? You're not going to get it from this DOJ. You're going to get it outside. I mark my words on that. Um, you know how he said that treasonous and people should be executed. The same man who did treason himself to the United States of America, and everybody's all upset. Um, he won't get executed, but I see him trying to escape, and then his life's gonna end someplace between trying to escape and going on trial. But he's not going to be executed. Oh, there was no buyout with Mandani. What he did is Mandani knows how to charm him. He's like a snake. And he worked him, let me tell you, he worked him. And he says, we can work together and really make New York fantastic and you'll get all the credit. Trump ain't getting nothing. That's an interesting question. Someone said, will the felon pardon members of the corrupt administration before he leaves office? But I don't see him leaving office. I don't see him being able to finish it, but I don't see him leaving in a way that he can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm almost feeling like he doesn't have a chance to be able to do that. interesting. Laurel said, why is it that we only hear about deceased relatives showing up with messages? Uh, that's not me. I don't just do deceased relatives. I do friends, I do neighbors, I do animals that show up with messages. Some of us have violent, abusive, hideous, vile, deceased relatives. Yes, but I don't talk about that amongst all of us. When I did personal readings, there was many a time that I had horrible parents, etc., who said that's what they did. They told me who they are. Do you guys remember the story about that young girl? And I saw her uncle, and I saw him sitting in his car looking at a lake. And then I said, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was gone. It's like his life ended in the car looking at that lake. And she was sobbing. She said, yes, he was shot in the back of the head when he was sitting parked somewhere looking at a lake. And then he was really saying he was sorry. And as I got closer in, I realized, he abused her. And she said, yes, that was true. Another woman I read years ago, very sweet gal, she was um, everything possibly done to a young girl by her father and her brother, including tying her to the bed. And then I saw a fire, a terrible, tragic fire that I think, if I recall, actually killed her child that was in a crib. I saw all this. It was terrible to see, but I saw it and I got it from the other side. So it's not always sunshine lollipops, but sometimes you can't. It's not everybody's going to get sunshine lollipops. And there's been a lot of apologies. Sometimes the worst people can't be read, you can't get them. I've had that happen. Um, no, the six senators will not get their $500,000 because Jack Smith asked for call logs. He didn't ask to listen to what they were saying. He asked for call logs. It's a big hoax. It's not going to happen. Um, yeah, the heat is getting to him. I love it. Peter Thiel sold all of his Nvidia stock and most of his Tesla stock. Is he preparing for a downturn or is he preparing to flee? He's preparing to flee. Peter Thiel. Ooh, yeah. He knows the heat is on. He's looking to get the hell out of Dodge. Trump will be like that pretty soon. Yeah, there he goes. Look at that. Getting in the canoe and heading out. Yeah. One piece of bad news after the other. And look what's happening to his king. Hell to the yeah. I got to tell you though, with that Russian Revolutionary War, it breaks my heart how the Brits said, leave the native Indians alone. Don't go on their property. Don't take any more of their property. And it was the colony, it was the patriots that said no, including Washington, said no, we want that land. We surveyed it. We want it. So we want to be able to go in there and take it. I mean, not that Britain didn't take, they took, they knew how to take, but they hated to see because the natives would fight back and they would fight terrible, scalping and all that. So it bothers me. So, oh yeah, let me tell you something. Linda, do the members of Congress, CIA, and FBI realize Trump is working against them? Yes, and lots of agents have talked to insiders. A lot of the DOJ people that are gone are talking about how when Trump first won, the absolute liberty, what a effing liberty that the Trump administration, Pam Bondi and those asking to do all these illegal things. We need you to do this, survey this, take this. It's like, wait, that's not how we roll. In our famous words of Nan, that effing liberty. Um, yeah, a lot of this stuff, and listen, even the ones that just try to save their job so they can feed their kids and faked it like they like him, they're all going to come out. Oh, don't worry. The six Congress people who said don't follow an illegal order, they didn't say, they said an illegal order, not don't follow orders. That's when Trump said it's sedition and you need to be executed. Nobody's going to get executed. He's going to fall flat. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. There's so much going on. Okay, so before I go, and I'll probably do another one tomorrow because we got so many questions. Angel of Light and Mercy, what do you want me to tell everyone? Is there any news you need me to tell everyone? Next week, I think I've got Najia on Tuesday. I've got Annette Burka Friday. We've got Thanksgiving on Thursday. And then I'll probably do lives after the Thanksgiving weekend. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna do lives where we pick free winners in January, but I'll start doing another live because they were painting and I didn't want to do it. Okay, so what it's saying is, okay, there's going to be some money issues. They're taking away the purse from Trump. The Supreme Court will not vote in favor of Trump. There's going to be something coming up. Sorry, my son just walked in. So the purse strings are taken away, and apparently the United States has sued Trump for tearing down the East Wing, and they're going to make him build it back, okay? Because I never quite knew that that ballroom would get built. And also, the Congress people are already telling Trump no to the 2,000. He said he was going to give everybody. He said, no, we can't do that. We don't have the money. So the purse strings are being taken out. There's going to be more financial troubles coming up. There's an ending. There's definitely, remember this, but I thought it could be McConnell. There's definitely some big death coming up. Um, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff taking place here. You guys keep the positive, stand in faith. Know this too shall pass. We are all with you. There's nothing that's going to destroy us. We're beaten, but we're not taken. Boy, when you listen to that Revolutionary War, there were so many times you thought it was over, that the Brits were going to have it, and they still fought and fought. They didn't care. So just fight. Just know this too shall pass. Love you all, you guys. Think of more questions you can add to these. Cheers.